The purpose of this video is to help you determine whether an internet class is right for you. I've taught internet classes for years and watched the success and failure of hundreds of students. I want you to succeed, but you need to be honest with yourself. An internet class isn't right for everyone, and no matter how much you want or think you need to take this class on the internet, it's not going to do you any good if you fail because you did not fully consider the implications of taking an internet class. What is your primary reason for taking an internet class? Convenience, schedule, easier workload? These are some of the reasons people give. Convenience and scheduling are both valid reasons, but if you believe taking an online class will mean an easier workload, you'll be in for a very rude awakening. The requirements are no less than any other class. The successful student will view online as a convenient way to receive their education, not an easier way. Remember, a typical undergraduate class requires 2 to 3 hours of face-to-face time plus another 4 to 6 hours of out-of-class time, so you should expect to spend 6 to 9 hours per week on your internet course. The only thing that's easier about an internet class is that you have more control over when you spend your time, not how much time you spend. Taking a college course in the internet is not for everyone. There are 3 main areas that impact your success in an online class. Technology, including your skills, knowledge, and available equipment, learning style, and study habits. I want you to really consider each of these areas to decide if this class is really a good match for you. Please be honest with yourself when considering these issues, as your future success will be impacted. Technology requirements include consistent internet access, a reliable, functional computer, and a word processing program with the ability to save in either doc or rich text format. You don't need to buy Word if you don't have it. I often use OpenOffice, and it's a free open source suite that offers the same tools as Microsoft Office. You also need to make sure you have a backup plan if there is a problem with your internet or your computer. Having the technology is one thing, but knowing how to use it is another. Some of the skills that you're going to need are on the screen, and I really want to emphasize knowing how to use your word processing program is important, especially how to add in things like page numbers, knowing how to copy and paste or cut and paste from one source to another, knowing how to post messages to a discussion board with or without an attachment. Don't try to fool yourself or me. If you don't have these skills, you better work on acquiring them. If you do not know how to attach or upload a document, I'm going to notice the first time you try to turn in an assignment. When we gather information about the world around us, when we learn, we employ all of our senses, but some of us employ one sense more than others. If you aren't sure what learning style applies to you, then you might want to take a VARK test to assess how well you learn. Just in case you need to know, learn a couple of different tests. VARK stands for visual, auditory, reading, or kinesthetic. Do you have the right study habits for an internet class? Are you self-disciplined and able to set and keep your goals and tasks? Do you require regular reminders to keep up to date with your coursework? An internet course requires you to be self-motivated and self-disciplined. With the freedom and flexibility of the online environment comes responsibility. The online class takes real commitment and discipline to keep up with the flow of the process. Staying with the class and completing all work on time is vital. Once a student gets behind, it's almost impossible to catch up. Every semester I see students lose letter grades and fail simply because they did not consider that they were unsuited to take an internet class. Some students thrive in an atmosphere where they control the pacing and timing of their work schedule, but others really struggle with this. So are you ready for an internet class? Have you thought about whether or not you possess the technology skills, knowledge, and equipment necessary? Do you have a learning style that's suited to this environment? And are your study habits right for an internet class? I stress again that your success in this class is dependent on your honesty with yourself at this point. If you proceed without the necessary technology skills, knowledge, and equipment, without an appropriate learning style, and without the right study habits, you're setting yourself up for failure. If my questions have raised any concerns on your part, then you should discuss your options with your advisor to determine if there might be a better class for you to take. Now, while there's still time to drop an ad, is the time for you to consider whether an internet class is right for you.